Okay, this is Rayleigh and Devin doing our podcast. Our topic is what is it? It was something about American Travel or something. Wow. Okay, so basically, it was the 1920s, and with the rise of new industry technology, there were still some people living in rural areas. They didn't really take on some of the stuff, really, and yeah. So why do you think rural Americans didn't like to adopt the new thoughts and stuff, man?
Um,
Oh, jeez.
Rural Americans, they believed that they like to they thought of they like to stick to the old style. They didn't like the new technology they were coming up. They like to stay pretty much old.
Yeah.
They believed that every word in the Bible, they believed that the Bible was the answer to everything.
And they're often religious.
Yeah.
And more people in modern areas believed in modernism, which they were pretty much more open to social change and valued scientific advances a little more. Why did I say that? Yeah. Anyways, and also rural Americans didn't really see much use for formal education. They kind of just want to they call it the 3 R's, which is reading, writing, and arithmetic, which there are R's in them, but they don't start with R's. So it makes sense. Anyways, okay. Okay, yeah. So with the growing opposition to scientific and religious beliefs, the theory of evolution became a big topic of discussion during it. Why do you think it became such a big topic between scientific people and religious people?
Because the theory of evolution scientifically was we evolved from a lesser life form, to what we are now, but a religious way was that God created.
Kind of just dropped us here.
Yeah. And
so it's kind of what is it? What's that word? I know the word. So I guess sacrilegious. I don't know if that's the right word, but you probably know what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyways. Oh yeah. Also during this, a teacher actually taught the theory of evolution. He was even brought to court for it. But I mean, it was against the law or against schools or some school rules to teach it, and he taught it anyways. But still, it became a big headline news. Everybody was looking at it. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was banned in schools in Tennessee. That was where the biology teacher.
Yeah. Also during this time, the Red Scare. Oh well, no, the Soviet Union was created. So instead of America's capitalism, they opted for communism, which instead of the people owning property and having private property is shared between everybody. The thought of private property doesn't really exist in communism. Yeah, and then the Red Scare began, which pretty much meant
it was people people suspecting others of being communist.
Yeah, spies, stuff like that, espionage.
It's very paranoid.
Yeah, even fun fact, the play The Crucible is based off the Red Scare. Here in Cage's class. Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, during this, there was a thing called the Palmer Raids.
Yeah, it was
thousands of people just got raided, for just because, well, mostly people from Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Probably most likely being suspected of communism.
Yeah, the Palmer Raids were led by the law enforcer.
Something Palmer.
Official, Palmer.
Something Palmer.
Yeah, most of they did arrest thousands of people, but most of them, some of them were communists and whatever, and the others were just immigrants that were just caught at the wrong time.
Yeah, kind of gone. Okay. Yeah. Also during this stuff with communism, the Palmer Raids, there's the Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti case. I don't know if it's a case. I mean, but still, it is a case because
The
like
Italian immigrants.
I mean, it said in the textbook they were known anarchists, whatever that meant.
Yeah.
And that there were and during a robbery, 2 people were killed, and eyewitnesses said the suspects looked Italian. And I guess this was enough. It's like,
accuse
these
them.
guys are anarchists. Oh, it's 2 Italian guys robbed a couple people. Oh, it has to be them. So yeah, even with this little circumstantial evidence, in the eyewitness report of somebody looking Italian,
They were
charged
for the
and
crime.
executed. It's kind of tough. All right. Yeah, with all this talk of immigration stuff, nativists didn't really like that. They thought like immigrants were taking jobs from Americans, and just blah blah blah, stuff like that. Yeah. And also, eugenics came on.
Eugenics.
Yeah,
That was
eugenics.
what's it called. That was the belief or the idea that traits like intelligence and stuff were passed down from parents, and were commonly found in specific races.
Yeah, and also like people thought they could control intelligence by not mixing with different races. All right. Yeah. Again, with the immigration stuff, the quota system was introduced, which basically means that like each year the number of immigrations, they can't really exceed 2% of the population of that race already living in America. Pretty much. Yeah. But fun fact about this, it didn't apply to those in Mexico. So a bunch of people from Mexico came over because this is like during the 1910 revolution. So some some economic political issues going on down in Mexico, and a lot of people sought out sanctuary in America, and a lot of them found jobs harvesting. Places like California, Texas. What? All right. Now the Ku Klux Klan kind of revives, I guess.
They came back new.
Yeah, they came back which originally they were just created to scare black voters away from actually voting, but now with a bunch of new immigrants, stuff like that, they turned their targets towards them. Mexicans, Europeans. That was a bug. Okay, yeah. In 1919, the U.S. ratified the 18th Amendment, which banned the production, distribution, and selling of alcohol everywhere in the states. They also passed the Volstead Act, which helped enforce this new amendment. Now that alcohol is actually banned, the demand kind of skyrocketed. So people saw this and thought, oh, we'll start selling it illegally.
Yeah, the people who sold it legally were bootleggers. They also created what's that
speakeasies?
Speakeasies.
Yeah, speakeasies.
Or places where
they
the alcohol was sold illegally.
There's still some around. Okay. Yeah. Okay, but eventually the 18th Amendment was repealed, so alcohol was now legal again to sell.
Yep.
And then the 21st Amendment was passed, which there wasn't much about that in the textbook, but anyways. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's our podcast.
Yep.
All right, later, yes.